Honorable members, the House resumed, and we are going to continue from where we stopped. And I hope you had a very good lunch. Honorable members will continue on the adjournment debate. And now I give the floor to the member for 𝒂𝒄𝒄𝒏 and Majority Chief Whip.
Withdraw.
Order, honorable member. Order, please.
Honorable Speaker, thank you so very much for giving me the opportunity. Honorable Speaker, let me first of all thank the Office of the Clerk and Office of the Speaker, the way and the manner they organized this marathon session. Indeed, we are really pleased and grateful for all the service you rendered to us. Thank you so much. Honorable Speaker, just we are urging on the Minister to make sure that they are on track and let them do everything possible that this project did not fail, because 𝒘𝒄𝒄𝒏 Island today is in an endangered situation. If government don't intervene, Honorable Speaker, we may lose that island. And this is the island, so we are no more, yes, exactly. So we are no more repeating that name again. We are calling it 𝒘𝒄𝒄𝒏 Island. Honorable Speaker, we want the immediate intervention of the Ministry of Tourism and the Ministry of Finance to disburse funds to the ministry to make sure that they embark on this major intervention, because it's really important for the people of 𝒂𝒄𝒄𝒏 and the Gambia at large. Honorable Speaker, having said that, in 𝒂𝒄𝒄𝒏 we have 3 strategic health facilities. The one is 𝒂𝒄𝒄𝒄𝒏, Albeda, and 𝒘𝒄𝒄𝒄𝒏. But 𝒂𝒄𝒄𝒄𝒏, Albeda, and 𝒘𝒄𝒄𝒄𝒏 health facility, they don't have a very good ambulance. Though the Minister of Health has provided a new ambulance for that of 𝒂𝒄𝒄𝒄𝒏 health facility, and we are really grateful. We are thankful to the ministry. And we are also appealing to them to make sure that they provide another 2 new ambulances to these 2 strategic health facilities within 𝒂𝒄𝒄𝒏. And we also these health facilities to be expanded and to increase their services. The services that are mainly referred from 𝒂𝒄𝒄𝒏 to SAO Banjul. Probably we want some of those services to be conducted in these health facilities so that our people, will be around their people within the district. Thank God, access to the health facility is no more a problem, because all the roads that are being constructed within 𝒂𝒄𝒄𝒏, they all pass through these health facilities. So access to them is not a problem. The only thing we want is to be improved and the service also to be added. Honorable Speaker, I will go to agriculture straight. That's the food and nutrition security of the country. Honorable Speaker, if you want to attain food security, first of all, I just want to tell you that Gambia needs 651,342 tons of paddy rice, or 423,372 tons of meal rice to meet the national requirements of 3 million people in 2030. We have seen the present to a COP28, which is being conducted at Dubai. You see, the globe is shifting from fossil fuel to biofuel. And I once told you people here, if that happens, it's going to put more pressure on the cereals and other things we produce on the farm. Therefore, each country has to stand on your own to produce more to feed your nation. And the only way for us to attain that, Honorable Speaker, is to invest heavily on agriculture. And in investing heavily on agriculture, we cannot leave our institutions behind. When you go to the Department of Agriculture, DOA, you have different institutions under that department. And all those institutions are responsible of something. But it's very sad when you were told that that particular department is receiving $500,000 monthly from finance in order for them to execute their functions. And in that particular department, that's where you have the Department of Livestock Services, responsible for all the livestock affairs in the country. That's where you have soils and water management. That's where you have extension services and extension communication. That's where you have agri-planning. That's where you have the agri-business. That's where you have food technology unit. That's where you have the pest management unit. That's where you have agri-engineering. And all these people have personnel in their offices here and up country. And mainly, Honorable Speaker, these people are only depending on projects and other programs from the donors to execute their functions. Very meager resource from the central government for them to be functioning. And these are the people that are there to change the ideology and the direction of the way our farmers are doing things. They are there to promote new technologies in order to, boost production. So if these people are not supported, they are not given the required tools to execute their functions, then our drive towards food security and nutrition security, Honorable Speaker, will be a problem. And this, with the world, where the world globe is moving, shifting from fossil fuel to biofuel, meaning that Gambia will have a problem at the railroad. So the solution today for all the problems we have in the country is to invest in agriculture. That's the solution. And if we cannot meet the national requirement through the production, then DGC has to come in. DGC has to come in to make sure that they made the stable food available to Gambian people. And that food has to be affordable, it has to be of quality, and it has to be nutritious. And this is what they are doing, Honorable Speaker. They are not even giving a single dime in the budget. So they are taking loan from the government, from the commercial banks, paying it with a higher interest, and they can be defaulted. When they become defaulted, government has to come in because they are institution. They'll come in and bail them out. Why not we give them money? Yeah. Honorable Speaker, we are not here to advocate on any institutions or ministry behalf. But the only thing we want to see that is to make sure that we have abundant food and feed for every resident of this country and all the animals existing in this country. That's what we want. And when we have that, you know what's going to happen, Honorable Speaker? Gambians will be healthy. And we will have a higher IQ to be productive, Honorable Speaker. If the country is if the country is malnourished, the people, the children, the women are malnourished. My Honorable Speaker, our productivity is in danger. And that's the reason why we must do everything possible to invest in nutrition and to invest in agriculture. On that note, Honorable Speaker, thank you so much for giving me the opportunity. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Member for 𝒂𝒒 and Majority Chief Whip. Indeed, you are the Chair of Agriculture. And certainly members won't blame you for probably beating a dead horse. We just passed the budget, but you wanted to fight both the Majority Leader and myself during the budget session, only for agriculture. Thank you very much. Well, that's it. Now I'll give the floor to my friend. I'm not sure what happened. I saw him pointing his finger at me. The member for Talinding-Kunjang, you have the floor.
Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker. Thank you so much. And good afternoon. Let me begin by thanking the people of my constituency, Talinding-Kunjang, and also start my intervention with issues regarding my constituency. In the recent past, there is this project of...
Honorable, sorry, Lower Salum?
He's in the... Yeah. Okay.
Tell me, please. Honorable Flow Salom, I can't get that. Can you use your mic, please? Oh, yes, withdrawn. Okay. Member for Talending, please continue.
Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker. In the recent past, there has been demolitions for the construction of the road network from Old Joswang through Talending. The project construction has not started up till now, and it has been months since we are last promised that it will start. And people's properties have been demolished. And just yesterday, with my engagement with the minister, he assured me now everything is in place, they will soon start. I want to first and foremost urge the ministry to do its utmost to expedite the process, because it has been long overdue. Road network is a problem in these swampy corridors of this municipality. And the serious matter here is now the people who have been, whose properties have been demolished, some of them use their own funds to erect, and protect their properties. But the poor individuals still have the demolished areas open to society with no protection, because they are waiting for this compensation to erect whatever they are supposed to erect to remake their compound. That is why it is important that the compensation is fast-tracked. Because just in the few days past, I made my assessment. I realized that they have all submitted what they have been asked to submit. Compound documents, open bank accounts, but still the payments are pending. And these are poor people who need to protect their properties. And I urge the ministry to act on it very fast. And again, Talending, road infrastructure is a problem in Talending. You understand, if you take 200 kilometers, 200 meters from the main highway up in north, you encounter roads that are unpliable, that are also unmotorable. Even pedestrians, sometimes from rainy season to rainy season, you have to step on blocks to leave your compound to be able to go and eke out a living. And this is something that is pathetic. I want the Ministry of Transport, I just heard yesterday the minister telling us an urban road network infrastructure, and he said that there will be an assessment done in this month. I urge the ministry to factor Talending very much, because road is our major challenge, and that hinders the movement of people. There is hardly one good road that runs from the highway up to the river. There isn't, apart from the one that is concrete. So this is something that we highly need, and we hope that the ministry will not forget Talending in particular, because I used to tell people, we say we are in urban areas, but compared to certain districts like Kantora, we are in the rural. Kantora had more road facilities than Talending, if you want to compare it. But we thank the government as well in terms of the way it intervenes in road infrastructure in the rural sector. And this is something I've been in committees that travel across the country, and I've seen what they have been doing. And I hope that people who are very close to the capital are not also forgotten in terms of road infrastructure. So people of Talending, we look forward to the project that the minister we just mentioned here. Also something that is very peculiar with regards to that affects Talending, Joswang, and Abuko is that this swampy corridor, there is a problem even digging pit latrines. So the government embarking on a sewage project is going to be something we would love to see around these swampy corridors, because we are going to invest in the health of the people in that community. Some compounds you go, they cannot even dig a pit latrine because of the swampiness of the area. So this is something I will urge the government to look into in the future to ensure that we have something like that. Honorable Speaker, water pressure also is a problem in a cohort of Talending, and in particular around the Buva zone. And I've said this, and now I'm very disappointed with their response mechanism. you take issues to NABEC, you as an MP, you will want to be following every day to go there. And it's as if there is no administration, there is no effective execution in terms of what they are doing in the communities. The Parkway, most of us commented about the perilous journey that our youth undertake. And I don't want to repeat them, but I would only want to question our seriousness as a government in terms of looking at it, amplifying the need to discourage our youth taking this back way. One way to do that is not to forget the losses. It seems as if for me, 20 people die is not an issue in the Gambia. 40 people die is not an issue in the Gambia. Just in the few couple of weeks ago, some of the disasters include 40 people from Kartong, 20 people from Bakau. They tell you figures that you imagine is it the Gambia. Sometimes I wonder even if government is taking track of these figures. And also amplifying the need to sensitize people about the dangerousness of this journey and also celebrate, commemorate the losses. Annually, these people, their names and the reasons why they are taking this journey should be in the books, in the curriculum. Remember, European explorers came here, Mango Park, 𝒂𝒂 Moscow. We are still learning about them. They came to see for the same purpose, for riches. But Europeans made so, they put it in our curriculum, and we as Africans, we are still learning that they came here for this thing. But we are doing the same thing. Our people are also going for riches. And we are losing more than they did. But we are not documenting it. We are not teaching the young generation how dangerous it is. How to quantify, is to put all the figures. We should have a senator in this country to commemorate this annually, that this country is losing a cream of its society through this route. A senator, where we go as a government to pray for the losses, and also this is going to be an awareness for people, where the senator will carry all the names of people that have lost. We cannot forget people who die in this journey like that. I urge the government to take this thing seriously. This is something, as a nation, it's a crusade. We ensure that it happens. The armed forces, security is very important. And then, I'm happy that gradually this parliament is increasing, is intervening in adjusting some of the budget constraints of the security forces from last year to this year. And I hope we continue to do that. We have a long way to go in terms of empowering our security sectors to ensure that they effectively do what they are supposed to do. Armed forces, the minister told us here that the bus services, soldiers are made to pay to maintain those bus services. I don't think that is fair. Even if that's not fair, and there are plans that they should acquire new buses, making soldiers to pay for that. If that is a plan and is so, I think that plan should be aborted forthwith. It's the responsibility of the armed forces and the government to provide bus service to the personnel of the army. And we know, as the minister said, there is TACOS that is coming on. But what is hindering it is the Minister of Finance looking at it as a financial burden. But look at the cost of insecurity. They have to do that. If you think security is expensive, try in insecurity, you see. You think security is expensive, try in insecurity, and you see. So we should do more for the security sector. And this TACOS that is lying there should be financed properly, and government has to take charge of it and see the seriousness of the matter and ensure that soldiers are remunerated properly and have all the privileges that are entitled to them in terms of their job, but not only soldiers, all the police and the fire service and all these things. It is important as Parliament we support government, as well as we also encourage government to continue to strengthen that thing. The road infrastructure, Jimara mentioned something very important here, and I applaud you, because it's a problem, it's a challenge approach with regards to our security personnel. Even if governments have good intention, when they go to SU, they give government bad name. And this is something government should put a check. But sometimes, even if it happens, the minister or somebody will not come to speak and condemn that. Sometimes PIUs are sent on mission. They go and act unprofessionally. They put it on video and say it in social media. Government is silent. Inspector General is silent. Nobody takes action on those people who did that thing. I have been in the system. It's professionalism. Go to arrest. Arrest has conditions. Go and disperse. Dispersing has rules and regulations. But people act on this, but government is still silent to check on that. And then even these ones, they are executing it, but sometimes the way they behave, it acts negatively on the image of the government, and that is wrong. I support this initiative, but what I want to put on check is that the people who have been removed, they contribute in the microeconomic of this country. Now, we say we want to promote entrepreneurship. People, there are very good businesses around the way. If you demolish them, what next? How do you give them stability in terms of to continue to be an entrepreneur in the community? You cannot just demolish it and leave them to go where? So it has been well planned, well designed to ensure that people are not being made redundant. People are not being made poor. It's not government's wish to make anybody poor. Yes, somebody said the councils should create markets, but government also should support councils to create markets. We've seen what they did in Basse. Let them do the same thing in Brikama, in KMC. This is why it's not a competition, it's complementing each other. You understand? So people, people must ensure that the encouragements on the road are left free. What is it again? The councils. Again, the issue in councils, the laws are very clear. The responsibility of local government service commission and the responsibility of councils. Even whereas in the picture, the law does nothing to say whether the Ministry of Local Government is a referee. They have no hand in this. The Ministry of Local Government should stop to micromanage the Local Government Service Council. The act is very clear what powers the local government has. If any council floods, they have the powers to deal with their council the way it should. We have seen the way ministry is acting on behalf of the councils. Even correspondence from the permanent secretary on behalf of the local council is not welcoming. It's not their job to respond to councils' actions when they transgress the law. It's not their responsibility. The responsibility of the local service commission to put a check on the councils. And they've done that. We've seen their actions. But then, also, lack of acting on time is also causing another problem. When people have issues, especially with regards to corruption and all this, when they write a letter to an institution that is responsible to take action, it should act fast. I'm looking at the time. You're not the timekeeper. So that lack of acting on time causes a lot of issues and challenges. So it is important that the local government service commission do the needful and stop being micromanaged by the Ministry of Local Government and Lands. And I must say it, you must be comfortable of people's opinion, please. It's democracy, and it's something we have seen, and this is wrong as a government. The lightning project also, we've seen a lot of it going to rural area. We also need it in Talinding. It's very important to do and thank you.
Thank you very much, member for Talinding Kunjang. I hope one day you may want to relocate. If you do, come to Nyanija. We have good roads. Thank you very much. The member for Jokado, you have the floor.
Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker, for giving me the floor. Honorable Speaker, though it was a very marathon session, now my take on this adjournment debate is I'll concentrate on my constituency, that is Jokado, and then the first thing that I will start with is roads. I've been here since 2017. And I have been advocating for roads for my constituency, but still now it is to no avail. I don't know what is wrong. Because I think maybe those responsible, maybe when they are going through the North Bank, if they want to go through Jokado, they use a flyover. They don't use the roads. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking now. Because these roads were laterites. constructed in 𝒂𝒑𝒂 since 1985, almost 4 decades now. When you go there, you will not even know that these roads were ever constructed. And my people are really worried and they are really suffering when it comes to roads. When you go to 𝒂𝒑𝒂 now, the youngest kid in 𝒂𝒑𝒂, when you consult the individual and then you ask the person, what are your immediate needs in this constituency, that person will talk about first roads before he can say something else. Roads are our problem. I have been saying it here over and again. I'm here also standing before the parliament talking about these roads. During the rainy season, the people of 𝒂𝒑𝒂, instead of them going to the farms, they always engage themselves in 𝒕𝒕𝒕𝒑𝒑, trying to maintain these roads, and they cannot do it. Because the moment they go out filling bags of sands, putting them on these roads, the rain will just come in the next hour and then wash everything away. So they'll be keep on repeating the same thing until the dry season comes. During the rainy season, to go into 𝒂𝒑𝒂 is a problem. This last rainy season, there were communities in 𝒂𝒑𝒂 that were completely cut off because of these poor roads for months. When you go to Bara, you ask for a vehicle going to those communities, they will run away from you. They'll say, we are not going there because that place is a no-go area. So people really suffered when it comes to road infrastructure in 𝒂𝒑𝒂. I know the government is trying, but I think I have to also say the facts. There are health centers, for example, in 𝒐𝒊𝒏 we have a newly built health center there, but there is no road to connect to that place. There is no road. Even if that health center is inaugurated tomorrow, people to access it is going to be a very big problem for them. So I'm appealing to this current government to come to our aid, help us. When you connect all these laterite roads that were built in 1985 in the entire 𝒂𝒑𝒂, they are just 75 kilometers. All of them, when you connect them together, it's just 75 kilometers. But up to now, even 1 kilometer of these roads has never been constructed. So I'm appealing to the current government to come to our aid and help us with roads. Electricity, we are happy that most of the communities now, they have erected the poles. But there are few communities that were part of the project, but those on the ground doing the work skipped them. So I'm reminding the authority that is responsible to look into that so that those communities that are skipped, they can go back there and then at least give them their due because they are in the list. Honorable Speaker, agriculture, as we all say, it is the backbone of this country. Though, thank God, this past rainy season, there was a bumper harvest because of the inputs that were available last year. So I am appealing to the government again to take it up so that before this come rainy season, all the farming inputs that farmers would love to have are at their disposal. For example, the fertilizer, seeds, and you name them. Because this is the only thing that will at least help this country. Because we said the Gambia is a tax-based economy. It is only agriculture that can help us so that we can at least develop. It's only the agri sector that can help this country so that we can become a full self-sufficient country. On that note, Honorable Speaker, I thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Honorable Member,